Welcome to Red Boots and Heels. We're so glad you joined us. As you can tell, Boots is not with me this evening, but I am going to fly a little solo here. But I do want you to know just an update on her. She went to Sturgis this past week and a half and had a fabulous time. I'm a little jealous. She was sending me pictures and all kinds of stuff that she took, and that her and a lot of the biker community, of course, is there and have enjoyed that time spent together, fellowshipping and riding those bikes through the beautiful territory. I've gone lots and lots of places on lots and lots of rides, and I'm so glad she got to do that. As most of our audience knows, she has been dealt kind of a blow this past year with the diagnosis of having skin cancer, and she's been battling that, and it does cause a lot of fatigue with the medicines that she's on. And but you know, we have Wonder Woman here, so she will go and go and go and until she can't go anymore, and basically she ran out of steam, and so she's going to take a little time off to try to catch her breath. So all of you out there, please say a prayer for her. I know her. She's a strong woman, but I thought it was important enough to go ahead and get on here and talk about, of course, what everybody's talking about is the raid on the former President Trump's, residence. So, yeah. After about 9 months of cooperating with, with the Justice Department, the FBI, cooperating with them, I think since over the past 9 months, he has delivered about 15 boxes thereabouts. Total cooperation, and then we have this. I'm not surprised by it, not even a little bit, because for 7 years we have seen the nonstop, antagonistic, absolute assault, and now we're weaponizing our own Justice Department against a political, really, opponent. And that's really what's happening here. They raid his home. They will not even allow his attorneys to do a watch over on what they're taking. The part that scares me is they're so untrustworthy at this point. First of all, they had to have a warrant. They had to have probable cause, some justification that caused them to have some sort of probable cause after working with a man for 9 months and total cooperation. That's puzzling in itself, but then also not to allow anybody to view them as they're doing all of this removal of things, and even took things that were not on that warrant issuance for them to be able to depart with, which they've had to now give back. And then they're going to what? Go to some dark corner somewhere in the bottom of their swamp and sort it all out. Here you have a president who has the ability to declassify anything anyway, and yet they decide to do this. It's just incredibly crazy, and I'm just beside myself with anger more than anything else that we're allowing our United States of America to determine these kinds of outcomes and these kinds of treatment of people. At this point, he's a U.S. citizen, and he's a former president of the United States of America. There's no respect there whatsoever. Now, the National Association of Records stated that he's been cooperating with them. That was a statement from them, that he's been cooperating and that they've obtained these records by asking for it and getting these Trump-hating judges to sign these warrants. These are affirmed Trump-hating judges that signed these warrants to enact a raid on a former president's private residence. Furthermore, just tells me how far down the cesspool that we have allowed our country to go. And this is the way that they're reacting to someone who is cooperating with them. Someone that they have absolutely bullied and belittled and mocked and made up lies on. And this is the FBI that we're going to trust to sift through things. The same FBI that's refusing to look into Hunter Biden, even though they have a plethora of evidence against him on his own laptop. Does everybody forget that moment when the FBI claimed that they lost Hunter's laptop? Did anybody forget about Gates, who pulled out the copy of what was on the laptop, which means they have a full copy of Burisma. They have, emails and text messages that really puts his family and bought and sold and owned by China. But no one's going to investigate that. Even though Hillary Clinton was under a subpoena to deliver emails, she basically acid washed and wiped out over 30,000 emails and took hammers to iPhones and smashed them. Was there an arrest on Hillary Clinton? Was there a raid at her home? It's the same FBI that we are supposed to trust. This FBI. Not going to happen. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. We have lost the faith in our judicial system. The January 6ers proved that. Being denied all due process, being held as political prisoners, not, being found guilty before they've been proven innocent in this country. It's ass backwards. So they're making up rules and they're making up things as they go along to fit their narrative, and they're throwing it out there, regurgitating it all over CNN and those news channels alike for the American people, for the ones that will, to swallow it. Yeah, that's the truth. And if anybody out there has any common sense, they know this is only to do one thing. They have to have something, because they've tried for 7 years and come up with nothing, and they have to try to find something on him to keep him from running in 2024. This is an absolute assault on a political opponent, and we're using our justice system to do it. End of story. That's really what's happening here. I think I've said enough, and you know what? I'm just going to say so long until next time.